like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my size. I'm dangerous, dangerous. I'm like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my size. I'm dangerous, I'm dangerous.
To overcome others' armies without fighting is the best of skills. Best of skills. Best of skills.
The art of war.
Dangerous.
Forward.
I'm like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my size. I'm dangerous, dangerous. I'm like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my size. I'm dangerous.
Stepping razor. Mutabaruka. Art of war. Listen, Jamaica. To Mutabaruka, the stepping razor, and this is the art of war. Yeah. Sing it, representing from our family. The blood of African kings run up in our veins. Here in Jamaica, rebellious offspring. Muta got a warrior spirit inside. From that time, we can't him. And this a warrior spirit inside. It come to break every shackle and chain. On the Shaka Zulu, Pitney, and Kuma, Pitney, stepping razor, Pitney, and the art of war every Thursday. Hey, look how many years them whip with. That's what the whip and one microchip with. We tell them Babylon style of it with. War it out until we get with victory. Hey, them fight my brother and sister. When we are dance, them say we move sinister. I know we listening, Mutabaruka. Chant the culture, chase the vultures away. Manna Shaka Zulu, Pitney, and Kuma, Pitney, Kunta Kinte, Pitney. It's like Malcolm and Martin and Marcus on fire. Taurus, you see right there, represent from Mutabaruka. The art of war. Rastas.
When a youth fails, it's always put down to personal problems. But one cannot ignore the social system and the effect it can have on an individual. It's all about the youth. It's all about the youth. The youth them of today. Their role in this society, the part they're gonna play. It's all about the youth them of today. The future for tomorrow, they have to lead the way. Too much unemployment, too much violence and the crime. Too much of we youths are in a prison doing time. Not enough in the colleges and universities. Not enough for them to do. Not enough activities. Our youths have so much energy, so much vitality. If it's channeled in the right direction, how great they could be. But they face a lot of problems in this society. And it's supposed to be a land of equal opportunity. It's just the other day, them get to realize racism in society is institutionalized. It took the murder of a black youth to open up their eyes. Equal opportunities, is it a pack of lies? It's all about the youths, the youth them of today. Their role in this society, the part they're gonna play. It's all about the youth them of today. The future for tomorrow, they have to live.
Yeah, good day. This is the Stepping Razor, the art of war. We're there next Thursday with you. Yeah, we feel bright this week. Yeah, last week we never feel so bouncy, but we feel bright this week. Yeah, we're coming to you from Ochorios, and me I tell you, trust me, man. You know, people usually walk with a little bottle of water to drink. We might have to start walk with a 5-gallon jug, them, you know, and beer every time we reach our next corner, because The heat out there, trust me, the heat out there rough, man. Believe you me, you know, say, the last time I feel I eat, well, I'm more than one time I feel I eat like this still, but I remember that place where them called Jericho. Yeah, the same Jericho where you read about in the Bible. We go down there, man, me and Rebel go down at Jericho there. Trust me, when the man tell you say 120 degrees Fahrenheit, you know. Because I know me feel it, you know. Me I say, boy, Rebel, don't you hot, you know, Rasta? The man say, yes, 120 degrees. Well, me I tell you, say, outside I know 120 degrees, but it sound like, it feel like when me did down so. The next evening it feel like that California, I go Arizona, where we are driving at this bus and the bus now have no air condition. The bus have no air condition and the whole of it that the bus here drive in the heat, in the desert. May I tell you, man, out there hot, people, water. Why we can't tell people about water, you know? It's the next thing again. You know, in the abundance of water, the fool get thirsty. That is a famous saying, in the abundance of water, the fool get thirsty. Now we're in a situation where we have to have water, yes or no? Because dehydration is a serious thing when it comes on to eat, you know. And if you don't have enough water, and you're not drinking enough water, you know. Remember, you know, juice can't save you when it comes to dehydration, you know. If you're dehydrated, you know, you go buy a Pepsi. You go buy a Pepsi, you know. Because me remember when inches rusty, when door can't open, inches rusty, you know. You just go buy a pack of Pepsi and throw it on the inches and you see the door fly open by your serious thing. So you hear me I say now, water is a very important thing right now. Water. Because apart from now, there's an excessive fire burning, you know, Babylon depend fire, I mean literally now. Because, you know, when we are ball out for fire, we never did that tell them, say, if we go light no matches. You understand? But the literal fire ablaze Jamaica now. Me I call up on the people them, you know. Believe you me, you have some unnecessary fire going on, you know. Me I drive, come up. Me I drive through the junction yesterday, and I see a fire start on the side of the road, you know. I mean, no say. Because you have some man, you know. You have some man where he must smoke him cigarette, you know. And when the cigarette reach about, him just flick it out of the window. And now cognizant I say, look here, don't do that, you know. Me I tell the man them, you know, and all the people them who knows they must smoke cigarette. You see, before you get rid of the cigarette, make sure you say it out. Make sure you say it out. Because me I tell you, say, me I drive and me see this fire on the side of the road and me I say, our fire reach there, so. Definitely I don't know nobody a burn no dead dog because you know the man throw rubber tire upon dead dog and burn it all more time and you know see nothing there. The fire ablaze, and when you look down the hill, a pure house down there, and it not reach nowhere yet, you know. And apparently it come like the people them now realize about wait. See a fire there on the side of the road there, you know. Some youth pass my way the last week when me down here, you know. Them pass my way, light the fire down at the bottom of the road, you know. And I clear up if I was, it's because it's a road divide my yard from over the other side of the road with the bamboo them there, you know. Because when me look on the bamboo, them will burn up. Me I say, we have to really watch what we are doing right now. We are lose too much food in St. Elizabeth because of this fire thing and people indiscriminately. You have a man a light in fire and say, no man, no problem. My thing to me come make the fire reach over here, so. And a big breeze just come and whoops and blow a little, just a light little dry banana trash and it catch another place. Me see that happen already. Me stand up in my house and I look on the grass, a burn. And when me look, me say, but wait, how the fire start to burn over there, so? It's like piece of trash decide, say, hey, watch out. Over there, so look too nice. So I could go over there, so go burn over there, so. And a breeze just come and just help it. And just blow it over the other side, and it start to burn the place, too. And trust me, you know, me now say the fire brigade, they might take long for come, you know. But you have to go through some serious thing more time where you dial the 911 number there, you know. Or 11, what number you dial? 911, 119, one of them. One America, one Jamaica. I don't remember. Anyway, this way you call a number there, you're on at about hold please. Hold please. And they say, where you hold from? Place the fire come down in my yard. And they must say, what is your name? And you tell them. Where is you? You tell them. Them say, how long I say, what kind of whole heap of long argument is the fire a burn and it a come down on my yard? Sometimes them take long for coming, but sometimes they don't take long for going, depending on who call them and depending on where you call from. Because you know, you have some place you call, I'll fight me now, say, I saw it going up because I imagine I'm a braids. A man no like certain area, he may fire, but them say, make that burn down them rotted place, yeah. Them too wicked. No, we are saying, Jamaican people, listen to me carefully now. You see this fire thing, yeah? It's not easy. Because it's not easy for you to have your whole, no care how small your house is, no care how big your house is, you know. But you put certain effort and work in your house, your little living space. And you have your little living space, you know. And for a man just accidentally throw a cigarette butt in some rubbish heap and make fire start, or a little youth now just I go like him, my idiot, and I ramp, and I say, make him so much bamboo can't burn. Because you know, the bamboo, them are burn, them bust loud, you know. And you have some youth now go like them, my idiot, and they want to hear the bamboo bust loud. I beg you know. Trust me, after a little poor person, or a rich person for that matter, set up themselves in them little house and feel comfortable in them house at night time, and you come now accidentally, make a fire start and burn down them all of the things them. Believe you me, how much the little youth them down a country will get burned up. The mothers, I don't know, is that extinct to where the mothers them always are left the other picnic, older picnic to look after the little young picnic. It cannot work that way. It can't work that way there. It can't work where you left the yard and you left a little 10-year-old to look after a little 3-year-old. It cannot work that way. You can't leave a little 10-year-old to look after a 3-year-old picnic. It's a problem. So here what I say now, I beg you now, be more careful how we are going now, because you see, in this no water thing, where the fool get thirsty, it's going to be a problem.
Boom, boom.
Honey, you all right?
I am now. COK having an auto loan sale. I can get a loan for my new car at 9.99.
Me in one hotel and me don't know. Every minute the light lock off. Every minute. Me don't know. This country is one of the biggest oil-rich country. Well, the biggest oil-rich country in Africa. And every minute them light lock off. But what embarrass me most of all though is that when the light come off, you go up by computer and I read the newspaper from Jamaica. And me I see where the newspaper say the government owe GPS nearly $3 billion in light bill. That something can go so. Hey, me don't really want to take up for GPS, you know, because to me, one of the problems in Jamaica is GPS. And when I talk about, you see the Minister of Health should have really recognized that a whole heap of the blood pressure and stress where Jamaica go through is GPS cause it. Apart from the government with for them stress. But it's GPS is one of the most stressful business in Jamaica when it comes out to the people. But me have to take up for GPS here right now. Believe you me. 3 billion, no, me never say million, you know. Me say 3. The government owe GPS 3 billion. Now them pay have some, you know. Them pay have some. But here when me know the issue of me have a GPS, you know, is that if you owe them $10, you know, and you go down at them place and say your uncle have $4, they still like half a light, you know. And not only that, now they're going to charge you for reconnection fee and them something there. So me I ask now, GPS, me can suggest some place where you can lock off light, you know, because the government owe no money. I mean, know so when the little poor man owe no money, you know easy with them. But me say you know easy with the government, no, because I say, well, you don't know why inconvenience the public. Listen to me now. You have certain places where government like to lock off where it never inconvenience me. One, God knows. Garden house. There's no reason why the garden house electricity shouldn't lock off. There's no reason why them shouldn't lock it off. 2, tax office up at Kansas Spring Road. There's no reason why them shouldn't lock out the tax office until the government pay them light bill. Government will pay them light bill, Rasta, because when you hear them talk about this and that and government I want drafting people who now pay them tax and all them something there, land tax, this, and them I tell you now say, if you ever have land tax and you rent a house from a man or somebody, if you rent the house, you know, and you have your things them in the house and the man who own the place now pay tax, them go come in your yard and seize your things them, if it was your place. A government has said this, you know. So I don't see no reason why JPS should be owed $3 billion by this government. And them pay have some. And me not see them inconvenience. Them should be in some inconvenience to feel, make them feel what the people are feel. And don't tell me about say, boy, if the government feel it or we are feel it. So me are not the government, you know. Me is not the government. Nobody no come around and talk about say, the government is the people, you know, people is government. The government is 60 people, sit down in that little house and them God knows. We have create problem for the people them. So me I said, JPS, that lady with the party TV all the while we work hard like shaman. Look here, lock off guardhouse light, them not pay them bill. Just like how them lock off GR, what name there? St. Andrew of all this. Them lock off St. Andrew of all his telephone and the big what uproar about all the telephone lock off. Why we are telling you Jamaica, believe you me. Lock off the tax office, light bill, lock it off. Minister of Industry and Tourism, lock off them light in them office. Make the people them go home until them can pay them light bill. Because them have $3 billion outstanding. Well, right now it look like it less now. But really and truly, JPS, if you don't ease up the government, ease up the people them Rasta. Believe you me. Because right now the government in a more position for pay. Because when them pay the light bill, not them really are paid, you know. Them must say we are paid. And me not really tell for pay government light bill, you know. Because when them tell you about say, you see the problem with it is that JPS make you pay for light where you now use. When another man thief their light, you know. We who pay light bill have to pay for the man and pay for ourselves. I remember when Ivan did come, you know, years after Ivan gone, you know, we did still pay a light bill for the damage where Ivan did do to them equipment, them and all them something. We did pay for that. Now the government, worse than Ivan, you know. Because really and truly, if you owe $3 billion in anything, whether Jamaican money or even Naira, trust me. That is why certain things can't function properly. Me sit down and watch a man in front of Mona Reservoir, and the Mona Reservoir was overflowing. I hear him say, the man say, sometimes they have to open the reservoir and let out some of the water. And he said, which part of the water they go? It just go to waste. Imagine the man said that, you know, on national TV. So they have to let out the water out of the reservoir. These reservoirs have been operating same way for 50 odd years or more. And the population has increased, the need for water has increased, and them claim that this is a land of food and water. Now you can't even get food because it's abundant. So right now, the fire ablaze. You the man say fire, and we have no water. Babylon burning, and we don't have no water. This is where we are going right now. What happened to the water? When rain not falling, why is it that we reach a stage? We're not supposed to have a water problem if water run if rain no fall for 1 year. We're not supposed to have no problem in Jamaica. In Jamaica, if rain no fall for 1 year, if the place stays so like it stays now for 1 year, we're not supposed to be no problem with water. But the incompetence of these people. Because right now, you want water, you little plant them, and you can't water the plant them. Because you say, you know, you follow the little law and I say, well, you know, preserve the water and all them something there. So what do you do now? Stop being now and wipe up yourself and all them things there. You could have to drink your tears and your sweat. You could have to drink, more you go drink your tears. Because we are the whole thing are going out. Them not, they don't say, I mean, Jamaica reach a stage where we have ball say water short, and we don't have no big drought. You have places in the world where 3-4 years no rain of all. And this little, just couple months, we have the little drought, and everybody about water gone down now, and 20% less in the catchment areas, and clearing down this, and the government after them things, Only see the population will get bigger. Only see the need and necessity for water, and more car. That means the people want to wash them car and look spanking clean. You want bathe. Because you don't want to go use every minute you go, you go throw perfume by yourself, you hide the stink. Because you never bathe. And a little more now, down the line, you go turn on your water pipe now, you can't even use the water cook. Believe you me. Because you're going to start with some mud. Because when the dam reach on the bottom now, when the dam reach the bottom now, so you're going to see all of the dregs mix up with the water, and it'll come through your pipe, So now you have to go buy bottled water from spring, where it's supposed to be free. A guy just channel the water into a little company and just sell it in a plastic bottle. What kind of place we are living here? So government or light bill, we in a drought when not supposed to dead. Meanwhile, the government are trying to pass IMF tests. The IMF test is a big problem to Jamaica.
ABC Electrical Sales, total source for building materials. Delta, Eagle, Cutler Hammer, Westinghouse, steel, cement, and much more. Plus free delivery island-wide. 754-371-425.
The time by ABC Electrical is?
Yeah, the time is 34 minutes past the hour of 2 o'clock. Yes. It's more supposed to do that show they do. I kind of feel weird when I go there August the 1st. Because we see Ellis Kelly as like she's one of the promoters. And we should be there, but as me sure I said, the next man in early flight out, can't pressure myself that way there. If it was a later flight business, would I work it out? But yes, we've successful show go on, so it's a liberation celebration. Yeah, this is done at St. Anya, so Priory, near Shots gas station. So August the 1st, so you hear them just advertise it a while ago, liberation, celebration. Okay, we want to heal up little friend. All right, we have a little message. A man called me a couple weeks ago about him have some hectares at turmeric when plant. We want anybody who know the man, or if him a listen, call the radio station and left your number, brethren. Yeah, we need your number. The brethren who call me say him is a turmeric farmer and him have hectares at turmeric. We somebody just check me and say if me have your number. Well, me never have your number. So if you can call the operator and give her your number, who to tell. You never can tell what can happen after that. All right. We have a little friend named Serena. She named Crystal Valve. She is 8-year-old today. And Akilia, which is a belated birthday, which is our sister. And we want to say happy birthday coming from our mother, Kenisha. And we want to play this tune. This tune is from the son of one of the Marleys, the elder Marley. His name is Daniel Bambata Marley. Brand new music.
So pitiful people who deny their past. My foreparents, my grandparents, my mother, my father did not suffer and die to give me an education to slight hope or discourage my people.
Yeah, Daniel Marley coming through. This is a stepping razor. Seminar, you used to that voice there, Believe you me, I the first me hear that voice. Where you come from, brethren?
I don't understand you.
No, I mean...
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon is done. It's a gift already. It's a gift. Good afternoon. Me know your voice,
Yes. From...
I wish them fire you from that stage. Tell me, no,
no man, you would have heard my voice on KLS back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so where you go where and come back? You go where?
No, I was always here in Jamaica.
Oh,
yeah.
So for you left KLS in the early days, you not get no work again. That's a long time you hear your voice, Rasta. I said, but wait, I know that voice,
From somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
KLS used to there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I went to Power 106. So
oh.
Power 106.
I know KLS me know you from.
Not KLS.
No, Power me know you from.
Power 106.
Yeah,
right.
Power.
I had my own sports show.
Yes.
Right.
So you're officially the Irish FM, you know?
Yes.
Welcome, man.
Until the Irish.
You did a good career choice, man. You did a wonderful career choice, man. I am really glad that you have come to your senses. Or maybe it's Irish come to them senses. But are you bridging this? That's all.
Yeah, Tony Roger. Yes, we were together at KLS back in the day, yeah. And we wrote for...
Wait, hold on there. Concrete Asphalt used to be at KLS?
Yes, man. He was my supervisor at KLS.
No, I'm dead here. Sorry for the dead here, but I am totally shocked.
Yes, man.
This youth here was your boss at KLS?
Yes, sir.
So, where we run come down for then? What happened? Where going? Is where going?
No, hold on.
Concrete. Where you do down at Irish from? You used to be the man. Don't even know about that with no arms house. That's the arms house. That's the Irish from business we are working.
You're trying to work it out, Muta.
Yeah,
There's a chronology, and you're trying to put the pieces together.
Him used to be your boss at KLS.
Yes, in the sports department, yes.
I know him there, so nobody boss. Concrete Asphalt, man. Anyway, the sports things look like, say me want a job up there.
Yes?
Yeah, me want a job up at the sports department.
You'll be welcome anytime.
Because when me go up there, I said, anytime me grow up at this, them kind of office, I mean, when me look on the set out of the office, how much TV. Me say, man, I watch all 2 TV with
one time.
Two different football teams.
That means the left eye watching the TV on this side, and the right eye.
And I drink coffee. And all them things, the only thing them not have up there is, all right, we don't have what I say, but no, serious thing, up there kind of nice.
Yeah, man.
Up there, don't turn up. See there? Asphalt say turn up.
So the friendship with myself and Roger Asphalt dates back to, what, 1999, Roger?
Yes. 1999 on the ground.
We wrote for a newspaper, Sports Globe.
Yeah.
And then we transitioned into radio. So.
Give thanks, man. Yes, give thanks.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Cool.
Yes. That was the new sportsman and the Anya son. I forget his name already, but that's all. Can't forget. But if I put a name by that, I can't remember, Eh?
Just Dwight Fraser.
Dwight Fraser? Yeah. A long name that for me remember, No, serious. Reverend. Prefer that. Reverend, man. Reverend. Yes, sir. Blessed man. Yeah? Well, I tell you, the thing turn up there. Don't you know more air conditioner in the studio, don't you, sir? Yeah. Me know, man. Air conditioner and hot coffee. Yeah. Oh, gosh, man. Me I tell, and refrigerator. Sure, make me see you go make me cause bad for the radio. I tell you, man. Up there, nice, man. Me have a look at job up there. Trust me. Me for check. Nicholas? Yeah. I me for check? Me want a job up there, Rasta. Believe you me. This now work out for me, dog. So trust me. That work out for me. All right. So we play Ziggy Marley's son a while ago. Daniel, we're going to play him Uncle, Yeah, we're going to play him Uncle, A sweet tune, me love that tune, Believe you me love that tune, Me don't know. It look like Damien can the tune me not like. Because for how much years now me listen to him, every tune make me like them. This a tune, Situation. Sunday, as everyone here, and also see, we want to yell up Cabo with our running African forum, who did a outside broadcast on a different level. I don't know if Jar, the producer, noticed it, or even Cabo didn't notice it. But did you notice that because there was no musical thing happening there at the event. No reggae artist was there this time. I don't know why I notice these things. I take some pillar somewhere. Hypersensitivity when it comes on to observation. But my observation, because Cabo never asks for musical accompaniment on this journey at Liberty Hall. We never see no artists down there. So I don't understand that. Only when artists are going to perform, them interested in certain things. And that me want to find out, I wonder if Cabo can answer me. I wonder if Cabo can answer me. Is it because she never says she want this artist and that artist to come perform in between the speaking? Why none of them never turn up? Because I would have expected them to turn up, considering she's in Kingston, And it's Liberty Hall, it's Marcus Garvey place. So why yellow profile? Because profile they have beat jump. Let me tell you, when we go there in the morning, me reach down there after 6 and profile beat jump from this, and when me left, again, profile still a beat drum. So why yellow profile and drum of them? Believe you me, yes. That is a good little vibes outside. Upstairs was something a beat drum. So why yellow profile and drum of them? Believe you me, yes. That is a good little vibes outside. Upstairs was something else. No, we hear it on the news. We hear RFM bring on the news and them put a little insert about what me did say. And we hear the Minister of Transport. You know, so I forget his name, you know. But I can't remember them politician name. Somebody can come in and tell me the name of the politician who did there something that I did there. Omar Davis. I know about that come. Omar Davis. Omar Davis was the politician that was around the table. Apparently, Omar Davis totally don't even understand when me say disconnected. That is totally disconnected. Because them so local. Them very local. These politicians at Jamaica very local. Because them do so local in them thinking. When him hear me say him is totally disconnected. Him feel say I'm community, feel like a constituency me I talk about. When the argument in the place wasn't about no little constituency, you know. The argument was about a global, Pan-African, African-centered perspective and how we are deal with it. Considering it says 100 years after UNI here. We not deal with a little constituency. So when we start talking about the flight business and how we unilaterally speak to certain people, and you have others who is speaking to people in the interest, even though them know and believe it, in the interest of Jamaica. When we talk these things about flight and visa thing, it is the interest of Jamaica. But apparently him not on the level there because I said them so caught up in the IMF business and you know them little community and this and that. That the talking where they go on there was totally outside of film sphere. Because I start talking about Chinese in reggae music. We don't know the Chinese player was an integral part in our reggae music. Beverly's, Keschin, Byron, a whole heap of Chinese. But the forum for that, I don't know how that come up there, so. Really. After we did talk about flight, after we did talk about the UNI and did we do anything and have we garnered anything from this 100 years after UNI here? This man tell you about the Vietnamese struggle and all these struggles the same like the African struggle. I mean, really. Anyway, we not like him still. We not like him. Right. Kishima, we not like him. No, we lick him. Kishima say lick him. Kishima, and you have forgot to do this program when we leave again, you know. You believe me? Kishima say lick him. No, but seriously, we have been speaking about flights from Jamaica, from Africa to Jamaica for a good while now. And we remember that Ikel, a brethren who was in Jamaica, but him come from over Barbados there. Him did kind of, what you call it, spearhead a flight actually from Nigeria to Barbados. Well, I don't know what happened there, so. But of recently, I am seeing that this is a very important part of the connection and the gate opening. The gate opening for Rasta and also the connection for this part of the world to make people realize that Africa is not a pie in the sky thing. It's a near and simple thing. It's just that because we here is so claustrophobic in the Americanization of our thinking that we can't recognize Africa over there, so the second largest continent in the world. You understand? And we have no communication with them apart from when certain ones just go away and just mention it. So we talk about flight. Now I don't know if them get the argument about the flight thing. We're not talking about a flight, just a flight from Jamaica to West Africa and Nigeria. We are talking about a flight, and Jamaica is the hub of that situation. Just like, anywhere you go in America, if you leave Jamaica and you take an American airline, you go to Miami. If you leave Jamaica and take a Delta, you go to Atlanta. So Atlanta is the hub for Delta, and Miami is the hub for American airline. Now, when we say hub, we are say, when we take plane and it take you how much hours, Jamaican people like know say when artists left us, so you say them go to Europe or go to Africa, how much all 2 days you fly, All me so believe it or not, a 2 days. Me sit down in the airport all 10 hours. 10 hours away from a flight, we're going to fly 12 hours. You don't know nowhere in Jamaica where you can drive for 12 hours. 4 hours from one point of Jamaica to the next point. Imagine you in a flight for 12 hours. When you come out there, you want to go up on top of a high building and jump off and believe that you can't fly. You don't see it. So you hear me say now. We feel, and we're not idiot. If you do a whole lot of people are going like say we are idiot, because we have this thing, we glorify and romanticize Africa. We don't know no romantic thing about Africa, We not sentimental about Ethiopia and about this and this and this and that, We are dealing with practical thing. And even though sometimes our practical thing could have looked so radical, we know that it can work. All right, here we are saying now. You have thousands of flights left from America to go in Africa, especially West Africa. We are talking about Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Guinea-Bissau, all of these places. Mali, I could call all Mali United. You have enough people. I can't vouch for that. I take a Brussels airline, and the Brussels airline full of people. I live from all over the place to connect themselves in Brussels for enter into Africa. The same thing you have Delta. Delta have straight flight for go clear straight into Nigeria. Imagine that. Look how Nigeria there, and look where Delta there in Atlanta. And they have a straight flight from Delta, which take 12 hours for reach Nigeria. 12 hours. The distance from Jamaica, from the Caribbean to Nigeria is about 7 hours. Ghana, I could say 6 to 7 hours. Wouldn't it be easier if we started to promote Jamaica as a hub for travelers going to Africa, especially the West Coast, via Jamaica? I am trying to show the minister that, look here, minister, do you know that just in-transit passengers, you know how much millions of dollars people spend inside of an airport and wait for the next fly out? Why you think they have so much shopping areas in the in-transit lounges in the Miami airport? You think it's for passengers who just come on the plane? It is for the people who's transferring from one airline to the next and have a wait over. So when you wait over, you sit down there, you're bored. You look over there, so you see McDonald's. You look over there, so you see a shoes place, your perfume place, wine place, also a little place over there, so also 99-cent store in there sell things for $500. And you say, wait. But when we go to New York, you know, see this for 99 cents. When you go there, so you hear it's all $200 for the thing. All right. Where I say, that is economy in itself. Stop over people who's waiting on the next flight to move. Very practical. Can you imagine if we had a flight and we promoting the flight that, look here, we are take 7 hours for reach Africa from Jamaica. So anybody we are left from America can take this route. You save and you earn same time, because now Jamaica going to say a influx of flight seats into Jamaica. Influx. We're going to also now help the state that is providing the plane. Because we're not talking about Jamaican plane now, because that's what the next thing to, We're not talking about Jamaican airline now if we come take people from here to go over there. So we are talking about African airline, Nigerian airline, Gambian airline, Senegalese airline. See, if we play from here to go over there. So can you imagine the business that would be generated if we promote this thing properly? Not just flight leaving from the Caribbean, because there is not enough people that is interested to go to Africa from the Caribbean. But we know that business people and people who want to go home to visit them family and friends in Africa will want to come to Jamaica. Is that me just show the man that, me just show him say, we know that. All right, so we're going to talk about this thing, political levels. We don't want to labor the thing, but is this Mr. Professor Tunde?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sorry, man.
How are you?
I am totally okay now to hear you, man.
Yes, long time.
Long time. I'm just coming from your country, man.
Yeah, that's great. Where did you go there?
I was in Lagos, but I'm spent a lot of time in Ogun State, where Wole Soyinka is his 80th birthday.
Yes,
and they invited me.
They requested me to contribute something to celebrate his 80th.
Yeah, well, I went down there to help to celebrate that auspicious time and moment.
That is wonderful.
He's 80-year-old, and him look.
Yes,
80
years of struggle.
Yeah, the first African laureate, Nobel laureate.
Yes.
The first African Nobel laureate in writing. Yes.
Yes, in literature.
All right. So you was at the meeting the other day?
Yes, I was there. It was quite interesting, when it came to so many aspects of the discussions were quite interesting. But, what struck me was the fact that the Honorable Minister of Transport did not know about or seemed, not to know that such an agreement took place between Nigeria and Jamaica.
Long time ago.
Yes, when the former High Commissioner, Ambassador Peter Oyedele, was in Jamaica, there was a memorandum that was signed. And even recently, when, His Excellency, the new High Commissioner of Nigeria to Jamaica, Ambassador Olatokunbo Kamsin, they had a bilateral, a series of bilateral meetings recently this year.
Yeah, this year, yes.
Yes, at which the air agreement, the open air agreement was also revisited. So I was quite surprised that the Honorable,
was so disconnected.
Minister Dr. Omar Davies, seemed not to have been aware that such discussions were taking place
in his own government, in his government. And he was the transportation minister.
For transport.
Yeah, he's the transport minister.
Yes, so that was quite striking.
Yes.
However, let's leave that aside.
Yeah, definitely. We want to go on what is happening now, because we see that the argument has come up again, and the Minister of Tourism and the Nigerians is talking about the said flight.
Yes.
Going through. How far that reach?
You see, recently when we had the colloquium, the feedback colloquium, one of the items on the communique was the proper linkage between the Caribbean, the African diaspora, and the homeland.
Yes.
And one of the critical elements of that is movement of people, movement of services, movement of goods.
Goods and services, yes.
And you cannot have that if you don't have the kind of air linkage, which you were talking about. Remember, when you are going through with Delta Airlines or going with American Airlines, and you have to go through either Miami or Atlanta. The object of making you go through there is twofold.
Yes.
The first one is to keep you on the ground, for hours there.
That you can spend your money.
Compel you to spend money.
That me just say a while ago.
Then, apart from that, a distance which you should have covered in 6-7 hours.
Yes.
You now have to cover it in
12 hours.
2 days.
Yes.
And that means that you are going to pay. You're going to pay for the extra distance which you didn't need to cover.
Yes, yes.
And since Jamaica sold its airline to Trinidad, Caribbean Airlines, and Nigeria Airways was bankrupted, and it died of mismanagement, and corruption. We have, individual private businesses like Varig, for example.
Yes, they go to Brazil too, Varig.
Yes. We have Arik Airlines, which is a local airline which flies New York, Lagos on a regular basis.
Yes.
And it goes to other destinations.
Yes.
So, because of the situation of Jamaica, which is very central,
yes,
it means that, instead of having to go through the north or going through Brazil to get to Africa, people from the Central Caribbean, Central America, can come to Jamaica and from there fly to either Dakar, to Accra, to Yaoundé, to Lagos, or to any of the African locations.
And West Africa, yes.
Yes, and that would be way cheaper for everybody.
Yes.
And it will also create the kind of employment opportunities, business relations, and so on and so forth. I mean, recently, on a personal level, I've been trying to get, some people to visit, to go to Nigeria.
Yes.
But you know that if you are somebody going to Nigeria on that kind of arrangement,
yes,
and you need to have a visa to go through US or to go
all
through
the while,
UK,
you have to have a visa to come to America.
A bottleneck is a discouraging thing.
Yes.
Because they are going to be asking you all kinds of questions when you get to the embassy, which discourages you the kind of networking that needs to be taking place between the peoples.
Yes, all right. So I'm going to ask you a question now.
Yes, sir.
Which is, I'm glad that you personally brought up this visa thing to America.
Yes.
Because we still have the problem of to get a visa to go to Nigeria. How can we alleviate that, and how can you help to alleviate that problem where we have to get a visa to go to Nigeria?
Well, I had a discussion with His Excellency, the Nigeria High Commissioner to Jamaica recently.
Yes.
With regard to the people I want to go to Nigeria.
Yes.
There is no problem getting a visa to go to Nigeria. They're going to ask you a number of questions.
Yes.
And one of the questions that he raised when we discussed is that he wants, no government will want people to come to their country and become a burden on the country. Mm-hmm. Because the moment you land in the country and you are admitted, if anything should happen to you, if you become a destitute, for example, or you become ill or something like that, the country that admits you has a kind of obligation under international law to take care of you. So what he was saying is that you need to know what is the business of this person who wants to visit.
Oh, definitely.
Does the person have enough resources to finance his visit and stay? Should there be reason for the person to want to live in an emergency? Would the person be able to go? And you know that before 1995, was it 1995? Nigeria and Jamaica, we used to have a non-visa kind of
relationship. Yes. Yeah, well, we also have a non-visa relationship with
yes, but that one was ruined when Nigeria killed Ken Saro-Wiwa.
Yes.
And then the Commonwealth of Nations, I think they were having a meeting in Malaysia at that time.
Yes.
When it happened. And I think Jamaica was one of the countries that led, the world in asking Nigeria to stop this abuse of human rights and all that. And that was why a lot of things changed. Nigeria used to send many people on TAC, Technical Assistance Corps, to Jamaica. And we used to have educational, scientific, cultural, and various other agreements. Including the visa.
But let me answer a question. Why is it that South Africa do have that paranoia when it comes on to this visa thing? Because a Jamaican cannot take up themselves, buy a ticket and go to South Africa.
Yes.
Why is that paranoia is not there?
Oh, the simple reason is that South Africa became a republic in 1994.
Yes.
And in 1997, I went to South Africa and I was detained at the airport for almost a whole day.
Yes.
Because of, visa.
Maybe they thought you was a Jamaican.
Yes.
All right, just a minute. We're going to come back to this conversation, yeah? Yes, because it's a very important conversation with links. And we would hope, say, the minister, Mr. Omar Davis, the Minister of Transportation, is listening to this. All right.
The Pepsi Cash Kickoff is on.
Duwaji. He's a lecturer at university. He's a Nigerian. We're talking about this idea of connecting Nigeria, well, not just Nigeria, but West Africa with Jamaica and even as far as America. Given that most of the passengers, I assume, will be coming from America, right, sir?
I believe so. From Central America, Southern America, including U.S.
Yes.
Because many people, and it will also open up Jamaica actually for even better tourism, better trade, better interaction, and everything.
Yeah, but I was making the point to Mr. Mr. Davis, that if him know how much money is spent by just in transit passengers in the airport.
Yes.
Just that. Just think of the in transit.
Imagine yourself when you leave here at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.
Yes.
That means you would never have been able to have breakfast because you have to get to the airport
early
for a flight, which is 7 o'clock. You must get there at 5, which means when you get to Miami and you are going to Atlanta and you are going to catch the flight at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., that means that you have to eat at least twice. And then you have to be, rehydrating.
Yes, you have to drink.
And you have to, stretch yourself. You walk around the shopping areas and all those things. And all of them, will be costing you a little thing here and there.
Yeah, because you never want a headphone, but because it's your headphone, you buy it.
You see, let me use the analogy of a suggestion which I made to my Rastafarian brethren and sisters at the first conference. I said, if people really embrace Rastafari as a religion, knowing that it is a way of life, and investing in the investigation into the religion, the theology, the liturgy, the social, and all aspects of it, and you find a situation where you know that there are more Rastafarians in the world than there are in Jamaica.
Yes.
If people have to be coming here every year to a kind of pilgrimage, they have to visit Pinnacle, they have to visit Marcus Garvey's birthplace, they have to go to, the various landmarks of Rastafari in Jamaica. We wouldn't need all this tourism, that keeps...
Yes,
imagine a situation where 3 million people visit Jamaica every year.
Yes.
Each one of them, they must come with some money to eat and to drink, and they must come with all the resources they need.
Yes.
So, Jamaica would already be blessed.
Yes.
And it is the same kind of thing with the hair linkage with West Africa.
Yes.
If we have that kind of hair linkage with West Africa, it means automatically you open up Jamaica, for business.
Well, Mr. B, Mr. Tunde, I hope that somebody is listening in them right mind and conscious of what we're saying and know, say, this is not something
you see, my impression is this. I've been here for quite a while.
Yes.
And my impression is this. The politicians, all they think about is the cycles of election.
Okay.
I really don't think that the whole thing is about growing the economy or about growing or allowing the people to develop or to move forward.
Yes.
You see, you're going to find them you remember this thing about the logistic hub?
Yes.
That has gone dormant for quite a while now?
Yes.
When the election time is about to come up,
you will
ratchet up the whole thing.
Yeah, just like the Jeep. You remember the Jeep?
Yes.
Jeep, yes.
So, it's a very peculiar situation to be in. Yeah. And that is part of the analysis which I did in my book, Narratives of Struggle.
Okay.
I did the analysis to show that, Western education has been very successful. All that it has created out of us is people who are managing poverty. Who are willing to be quarreling and fighting about how to share poverty instead of growing wealth.
Yeah, you have people living in the ghetto who live behind zinc fence and fighting for a zinc fence situation. How the hell we are fighting zinc fence situation?
Yes, when the idea should be to be having visions of better future,
yes.
You know, how to get out and develop the place. Why is it Jamaica cannot be one of the so-called Asian tigers? Is it that we don't have the resources, both human and natural?
No, we have it, but it's just the lack of drive, you know. And anyway, we're going to work it out still, you know. We're going to work it out. And we give thanks to talk to you because, you know, I've been saying it. We go to Africa, we talk to ministers, we talk to this and that. And the Africans, them over there see it. Obviously, you see it. And now we need to sell the government of Jamaica this thing because it is not an illusion. It is a reality. It must happen.
Yeah, and Jamaica has a singular opportunity. You know that they are having the Seabed Authority meetings.
Oh, yes.
Which should be also a forum whereby, you know, the government of Jamaica can actually meet with the various representatives of the various countries that are here.
Yes.
I mean, have an informal kind of forum,
yes, of course,
discussing these issues.
Yeah, talking about it. Anyway, we give thanks, sir. Give thanks. Professor Tunde Biwaji. Sorry, Biwaji. Give thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and I must tell you that 30 years ago I went to Nigeria. And I had the opportunity to go back there last week. Believe you me, Ogun State have me aware that Yoruba tradition in Yoruba State there. I went to experience that for the first time.
You went to Abeokuta?
Ah, yes, and I went up to that rock. That rock.
And you know that there's Abeokuta also here in Jamaica.
Okay, yes.
You know, and Wale Soyinka visited the place when he came here to stage the play.
Yes,
the beatification of Area Boy.
Yes, trust me, man. I got an insight that I'd never had before. You know, give thanks, sir. Give thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, that is really nice. Professor Tunde Biwaji, lecturer at the University of the West Indies. He is a Nigerian, and he is saying what we have been saying, that it would be really nice, but it has to become properly, you know, because what we know, you know, that if them do it for a little while and it now work, you must say, see, nobody now go to Africa. The point is not that we believe that you have enough people from the Caribbean who will go to Africa. That is not the point. Because that is where the problem was in the beginning. The problem was that, but you don't have enough people left the Caribbean for go to Africa. It not going to work. You have enough people from America that is going to Africa, that it can work. All we have to do is put your back on it and promote it. We understand it. We understand it. This is not no highfalutin dream and no Rasta imagination about Africa. This is a way to open the South with the South and have the South-South manifestation that is taking place. And one of the greatest way to communicate is the movement of goods and services to and from. That's what Marcus Garvey saw that in the 20s and started a shipping line to do that. Now we come now in this modern time where we have aeroplane by African states. And if we can get the African states to see what we're saying and understand the logistics of it, why we can't get these little boats slaves down here so to see what we are saying? These little boats slaves are going like say, we are talking things out of the way and, we just, the Africa thing. So it have nothing to do with that. It have something to do with developing strategies and having plans to see what we can do outside of the box to create new ways of making money. Money we are talking about, economical development, and also to connect the people them in this part of the world with their heritage, their African heritage. And what better way to do that but having movement of people to and fro? It's a simple thing. So, this is the stepping razor, the art of war. Yes. We are take the issues them head on. You understand? And we are taking it for the next level. And we still ask the people them for work with we, because sometimes we come like a voice in the wilderness, a cry out. And the wilderness now a burn, believe you me, the earth scorch in the wilderness. But we know say it will work out still. This eat here, we're going back on the eating, because this eat here, that sometimes when you eat the eat, you hear earthquake. I mean, we have to figure out now, would we have preferred to have a flood than have an earthquake? I mean, like, wow, And Jamaican people stay there. I am betting you, considering what take place this year, in terms of this homosexual vibes and all them things there, I am betting you, if some natural disaster take place now, you're going to hear people jump out and say, yeah, man, and the gay people, them cause it. Jamaican people are easy, Because when the thing leaked, when the earthquake leaked, 18, you hear them say, I told the people them over there, they deal with too much obia. They must turn to Jesus. And then you hear them say, whoa, Jamaica is a God-blessed place, What a presumptuousness. Jamaica is a God-blessed place. Now we don't have no water, and this place hot. I want to go on. Because you have that entire rain fall here, people are tell you all the while. People are tell you all the while when rain fall, but we get some blessing, like sun and no blessing. Well, the sun jealous now. The sun get jealous now, and the sun say, hey, what not talking about? So when me a shine and no blessing, all right, watch me out now. Hot. It's like the sun moved from 93 million miles to gone to 92 million miles beside Jamaica, And we do have no water. Fire. Babylon burning, and we have no water to put out the fire. What a terrible thing. In the abundance of water, the fool get thirsty. That is what is happening in Jamaica. We don't have no far eye. There's no one in authority. And when we speak, them don't want to listen to we. We don't have no PhD, and we never go to no big university and all of these things, and have Oxford and this and that. But we have sense, and that it have, we have intelligence. Sometimes it's not education, it's intelligence. Sometimes it's not education, it's intelligence. And these people are rely upon them education and don't realize you can have education and don't have no intelligence. You understand? Which one is preferable? Education or intelligence? We would accept both of them, but really and truly, we have to really secure ourselves. No. Man, we're going to do this again, and we're not going to stop doing it, We're not going to stop doing it. Especially in light of the developments where we see take place in Jamaica from the other day with the Mr. Ellington and all this thing. I keep getting this text from a 1718 number, and no sign of Brooklyn, I read a comment and I say, Mota, I true you read out the man them name a police kill. The American, them hear the amount of people, them I get frustrated with Jamaica. I get frustrated with Jamaica, because my reading out all of them name there, it's like you must say the American, them can't believe, say, so much people are dead in Jamaica from police. Well, here we are saying now, we're going to continue this thing here, because we feel, say, it is a serious indictment against the Minister of Security and Justice. When police are killed so much people outside and go carry them to court, guilty or not guilty. Because when you try them outside the court, you find them guilty. So, we have the statistics that we want to read, and we're going to read it. The amount of police killing since January. And we put in names to the faces and the people them who got killed by police. And this we have been doing this from last year, and we're continue to do it because the amount of police killing this year is unacceptable. We're not going to make no go on like say, the thing ease up, you know. The thing no ease up. Or the still a kill out the youth them outside of the jury, outside of the judge, outside of the court. This year alone, police kill over 70 odd youth in a Jamaica. When we attacked last year, them killed 200 odd youth. 200 odd youth them killed last year. And this year, them gone 70 odd and the year not done yet. And you will hear the minister come on the radio and tell people about, well, you know, for instance, March, we only had 4 police killings. And they make you feel good. Them say, all right, the police get good. It's lie. Them I tell the people them. The extrajudicial killing still are gone. And the American them realize it. Say, this is unacceptable. And we are telling them last year, we say, look at it, it's unacceptable. We can't live in a country like Jamaica where police are killing so much people and nothing now come outside. And we are assuming that everybody with the police kill legitimately or illegitimately was doing something wrong. So, in January alone, the police killed 22 youth. 22. January of 30 days or 31, one of them. And out of that, the police killed 22 youth. How is that possible? How is that possible? We want to read Sanjay Noble, January the 1st, was killed at Bottom Common, Jackson Town, Trelawney. Lisa Miller was killed January the 3rd, Landilo, Savlamar, Westmoreland. Martin Frage Shad, killed on January the 5th, New Longsville, Clarendon. Errol Miller was killed on January the 5th, Damhead, Crescent District, St. Catherine. Donovan Sinclair was killed on January the 8th, Clarkstown, Trelawney. Gavin Mason, all right, make sure we are going as so. Okay. Gavin Mason, January the 8th, Breezy Castle, Buckner, Clarendon. Tracy Ann Butler, January the 8th, Breezy Castle, Buckner, Clarendon. At Slaughter, go on a Buckner, Clarendon, yes, sir. Dwight Mason, January the 8th, Breezy Castle, Buckner, Clarendon. Sheldon McLeod, January the 10th, Pienland, Kingston 11. Anthony Black, killed January the 11th, intersection of Majo and Queen Street, Kingston. For those of you who wonder what we're doing here, we are calling out the names of all the people them that the police killed this year. And we're just in a January and we're not done January yet. Chevron Foster was killed January the 11th. Crichton Heights, Salt Spring, St. James. Kenya Nelson, January the 4th, January the 11th, Crichton Heights, Salt Spring, St. James. Mark Sheraton, January the 14th, 11 miles, Bull Bay, St. Thomas. Nakia Jackson, January the 20th, Orange Villa, Kingston. Albert Tullock was killed on January the 22nd, Barrett Hill, Ulster Spring, Trelawney. Dwayne Henry, killed by the police, January the 24th, Mackay Lane, 257 Spanish Town Road. David Anthony Douglas, killed January the 24th, Dallas Castle Road, St. Andrew. Wisborne Catwell, all right, them not put which part them get killed, but he was killed on the 24th. Carlos Johnson, killed on January the 24th, Dallas Castle Road, St. Andrew. Kirkpatrick Palmer, killed January the 28th, Darling Street, downtown. Shaquille Stevens, killed January the 29th, Lady Higgins Avenue. Conroy Warren, January the 31st, Bob Marley Boulevard, Corville, Kingston. Ryan Gibbs, killed on January the 31st, Cole Lane, Spanish Town Road. That was we just done January. 22 names. 23 names. Well, it's 22 names actually. 1 month, police killed 22 youth. So we can go to February now. Mark Lundy Thompson, February the 3rd, Block D, 78 Golden Heights Housing Scheme, Denham Town. O'Shane Bailey, February the 3rd, Darling Street Police Station. Kevin Davis, February the 6th, Bond Street and Dumfries, St. Andrew. Delcado Mackenzie, February the 7th, 65 Mullines Road. Sean Williams, February the 8th, Linstead Police Station. Jacqueline Stone, February the 8th, George Lane, Kingston. Adrian Knight, February the 9th, 4 Miles District, Lambs River, Westmoreland. Gregory Scott, February the 11th, Tulip Lane, Bread Lane, Kingston. Jerome Williams, February the 16th, Browns Gully, Moran Bay. Hey, we are people who police kill me, I read out, you know. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet, you know. Just 2 months we in and we're not done yet. We not see nothing wrong with them, something the Rasta. I mean, we are ball out now still because we hear about a dead squad and we hear America ball out say them now go support the police force again and we say man if you resign and all them something there. But this is still unacceptable, Minister. Nobody come boast about the thing gone down, you know, because last year at this time you did have more killing by the police. This one I read is unacceptable. Because we just in a 2 month and we gone over 30 odd name already. Okay. Malcolm White, February 16th, 257 Spanish Town Road. Ashida Barnett, February 24th, Esha Road, Port Maria, St. Mary. Everton Lovelock, February 26th, Mullines Road, Edley Avenue. All right, unknown, February 28th, Agley Park Road. Them don't know who the brother name. Unknown again, March the 50th. We're going in a March now. March the 50th, March of 4 police killing. And that is when we hear the man them come out and I say, well, we can rest assured that the thing is going down because we have 4 police killings in a 1 month. We had 22 in a January, Brethren, Mr. Security Minister, we had 22 police killings in January. So March having 4 is not something that I would gloat over. I'm not gloating over it. Because we're in the 3rd month and we're gone about 40 people already. Lincoln Lawson, March 25th. Clydesdale, Alexandria, St. Anne. Paul Ogive, March 25th. Clydesdale, Alexandria, St. Anne. Randy Bryce, March 27th. Charleston Drive, St. Catherine. Richard, well, this is April now, we're there now. Richard Lloyd, April the 3rd. Westport Avenue, Riverton City. Kamal Longbridge, April the 4th. 32 Regent Street. Sigidi Penn, April the 9th. North Parade, Kingston. Kirk Rose, April the 10th. Clarksville, Key Valley, St. Anne. Loroya Campbell, April the 12th. Oakland Apartments, Constant Spring. Okay, then put this as murder-suicide. Okay, I don't know. How the murder-suicide coming out. No, I don't understand. Murder-suicide. murder suicide. Okay, I don't know how the murder suicide coming out. No, I don't understand murder suicide. Somebody murder, she commit suicide, or she commit suicide and then they murder. I don't understand that. Anyway. Elton Green, April the 15th, Hill Cove Primary School, Brownstone. Adrian Dallas, April the 17th, Windsor Avenue, Bongo Lane, Spanish Town. Donald Bennett, April the 17th, Windsor Avenue, Bongo Lane, Spanish Town. In May, Ocean Murray, May the 8th, Club Colex, Long Bay, St. James. Kevin Thomas, May the 8th, Cold Spring. Hey, we're not stopped. We're not done it, you know. Dwayne Morven, May the 8th, Browns Lane, Spanish Town. Cute One, May the 9th, Tavares Market, 3 miles, Kingston. Mario Thomas, May the 10th, Kingston. Shanil Combs, May the 10th, Kingston. Rashan Grant, May the 10th, Kingston. Lloyd Walker, May the 10th. Wait, it's where going on, so. It's where it going on, so. May the 10th, Kingston. Lloyd Walker, May the 10th. Gully Bank, Waterhouse, Kingston. Junior Allen, May the 10th. Marchpen Road, Spanish Town. Ricardo Richards. You see, wait there. I have to go call it nobody in a Bridget. You know why you tell you in a Bridget. Ricardo Richards. I'm a computer Bridget that you know. Do. When we don't have to go call. Ricardo Richards, May the 11th. Wait there. All right. Let me go and read this. I will call it Hard Leap. Pellman, Corner, Salt Spring, St. James. None of the same come from. I know St. James didn't come from. Everall, well, me don't know still though. Everall Mackenzie, May the 18th, Anchovy Land, Port Antonio. Dwight Bowen, May the 24th, Matches Lane, Rose Hyde, St. James. Michael Dixon, May the 29th, Cornwall Court, St. James. Marlon Hunter, May the 30th, Oak Glades. This is to me. We have supplied this to me. So we don't have June, we don't have July. Yeah, we don't have June either. A June this. And May we go up to. All right, so we don't have June, we don't have July, and you know, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So it's half a year, this. Half a year. July is 11. Oh, eh? So you never give me that. It's not there, eh? Oh, the date are not ready, but you just find that out. All right. So my producer tell me say June police kill 11. So this is where we not call out. We not call out them name because we don't know the name. July, June. So in half a year, at the top there for me now, how much people that? 73. Eh? 73. Including the June one? 73 youth police kill since the year start. In half a year, in 6 months, police killed 73 people. So me want to know, me ask the Jamaican people if we feel so we're out of the woods because Mr. Ellington give up him post or forced to give it up and them find out the death squad there at Jamaica that we have 72 killings by police in 6 months. So that in a head, you know. The next person could be your grandson, accidentally, or your granddaughter, accidentally. 73. Okay, I'm being corrected here. It is not 72. You see, may I skip off one. One life is very important. 73 police killings since the year start. I wonder if the satellite are beam up there to the State Department in America. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. We live in a country where police kill off people outside of the courts. Guilty or not guilty. That's not supposed to happen. Guilty or not guilty, in a civilized society, That is not supposed to happen. Yesterday we looked on one video and a police beat a brother, you know, with a baton, you know. A woman hold on upon him, you know, and it look like him in a cell where him not for sell. And the police are dry him, you know, and the police give him a lick and him ease off the police, you know. Oh gosh, man, the police drive back and I give the boy with some lick. That me I say, is police I do that. Is police I do that. And sometimes when we see these things are going on, you know, we say, yeah man, them boy, them man if it dead man, and them a kill all the people them. All right, you know. You think it far from your door? Wait till your little grand picnic. Like the girl where they driving at the car, where her mother there look for good things from her, she come immaculate, and the police fire the shot and kill her in the car. Because if they far from you, you might have feel, say, the youth them wicked and to do something, but you know, it's when it comes to near you, it's a different situation you find yourself in. So, all right, we have two ladies in the studio, so no, we're going. Where Shakim was so far? Somebody on the phone? Then go back and put it up on the phone now. I mean, where you want me to stop? Me talk about something serious, that's all. Me talk for the State Department here. You know, see, National Security in America here say, it don't finish. Them still a kill we have dog, yes, sir. Uncle Sam, them still a kill we have dog, yeah. Please do me, I beg you. Help. You know, see, it's a terrible thing. Okay. Me now we go to a party, sir. Don't do. We go to a party. Anyway, next subject. Because if I say about this subject here, I'm going to start to get vexed. So I have to interject some kind of smile on my face. Or else I will really get upset. Okay. So now, we're going to take some advertisement and come forward.
Join the game and win! Now is the time to buy Samsung audio and video products from our authorized dealers. And
so, I hear them calling her prof, you know. I don't like that name for a lady, you know, prof.
What do you prefer?
Yeah, just call you by your name, you know, your name.
That's right.
Prof sound too masculine, you know, they way they prof, you know, they way they. Anyway.
Listen to me, Muta. The days them gone when profs were only men.
Yeah, but it sound to me masculine, you know.
Me know.
Me just love your name. Me just love your name, you know.
Me know, and I do too. But I'm just telling you, and since my female professors would have liked me to not say that.
No,
you
understand? It better you say professor. Listen, it better you say professor, but don't say prof.
That's what you're saying.
Don't say prof.
No, man, but Vereen is good. Good.
Okay. All right, so. We call it because this reparation thing step up at the next level.
Mr. Hillary
Bickles did a presentation delivered at the house, what do you call it?
The House of Commons.
The House of Commons in England.
Yes, right. yes. And Muta, I don't know how you want to. I don't know how you want to take the conversation, but I just want to say first of all that I'm sorry he's not the one giving this interview. I know it's difficult to get him sometimes, but I don't want to claim, any sort of preference in terms of giving this, but I have his permission, I want to say.
Yes.
Because he has made it quite clear that this is not a one-man army. We're building a reparation army who started from the enslaved people right through Rastafari. And the army just building and building and building. And there are many of us in the movement. So we just have to carry the message, whether it's the person who gave the lecture carry the message or the other people in the army. So I just wanted to say that, all right?
Okay. All right. So we'll go to the presentation now.
Right. Okay.
We see that in this presentation, they talk about the enslaved 5.5 million enslaved Africans into the Caribbean colonies over a period of 180 years.
Yes.
And then breaking it down, the abolishment of slavery in 1838, there were just 800,000 persons remaining. That is a retention survival of
15% left.
Yeah, and then you have Jamaica receive 1.5 million Africans. Only 300,000 remain that emancipation, 20%. Yes. Barbados received 600,000 African, only 83,000 remain that emancipation. Explain that to me. What? I mean, we know what was taking place, but for the listeners, them, what is it that was happening so that it was devastating the African population?
Yes, I think what he wanted to convey to the 300 people who turned up in the House of Commons, and he was invited by Dan Abbott, who we know very well, a Jamaican MP. I think Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves was really supposed to be giving the lecture, but he couldn't go, so Professor Beckles was asked to give this lecture, and Abbott was the one who invited him. The whole purpose, really, and I mean, apparently there were people from the House of Lords to not just House of Commons who turned up. And the real purpose was to say to that same house that legislated slavery, that we have to use you people in the same house who legislated slavery, claim not in a sense not a justifiable way that they gave emancipation, also legislated for compensation, also legislated for the brutality, and they have a moral responsibility to do something about it. In order to convince them, he was just picking out the facts of history, because some people keep, you've seen the letters to the editor. People don't know what the brutality was like. I heard you reading names of people killed. By the police. It's a long line,
Yes. Hello? Hello? What happened there? We need to get that forward. I don't know what's going on, so. Operator, we need to get that forward. We're talking to the professor about this reparation thing and a development that took place in England. The professor gave a speech at the House of Commons in England. And I don't know if you know, but on the 1st, which is Emancipation Day, there will be a big march on Downing Street by all interested African conscious people in England towards this idea of seeking reparation for the African people who is still domiciled on this plantation island, without any redress. And that is taking place on 1st of August. That is Emancipation Day in Jamaica. But we want to get her forward to make she continue the process, because it's a very interesting and important thing. Well, we a lot of people in Philadelphia, to be specific, Wilmington Festival we keep long this Saturday, and there's a big forum happening on Sunday where we will be taking part in. So I will put people a car and ask if I choose so we are come. Yeah, we are come down there. Yes, we are come up there. This is the festival in Delaware. This is the festival that has been taking place for 20 years. And then on Sunday they will be having a serious forum. Because, so they struggle. We have to get everybody interested and involved. You understand? It really are you up on the line still? Vereen. Okay, she's not up on the line. We need to get her back on the line. Quick. Because soon again it will be the cash pot vibe. So
the science of agriculture.
The land, the seeds, and the man.
Agricultural survival. The man. They have represented me with the worst image. But I knew without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why we're living in ignorance. I say.
Of agriculture, the land, the seeds, and the man.
Agricultural survival. They have represented me with the worst image.
is because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in.
Yeah, blessed.
Yes, Muta.
Yeah, but
I don't know what happened with this phone.
No, it's not the phone. It's not the phone. Anyway, yes, we reached a stage where you were saying about, when we start talking about the number of people dead, and I asked you why you think that so much of these Africans died on the planet.
Yes, well,
they started out with like 5.5 million over 180 years, and then we hear that in certain countries like Jamaica or Barbados, Jamaica received 1.5 million Africans, and by emancipation, it have 300,000. I was asking why you think that the death rate was so rapid.
Yes, well, because there was never a policy of maintaining people's lives, Muta. Remember that the people were not even considered people. We know there were people. They were just worked, and then they bought some more.
Yeah.
So that was the policy, and that is why we historians speak in terms of a genocidal policy. And when people talk about genocidal policy, they think, well, that means everybody died out. That's not so. But it means that the rate of decline and the rate of depopulation was so great that you have to call it a genocidal policy. And the Jamaica's rate was phenomenal, because even so, we talk about the plantation brutality and why the population declined and so on. But even if you look at the journey from Africa, Jamaica's mortality rate, Jamaica's average mortality rate was higher than the average mortality rate for the entire America.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
And some of the ships had mortality rate of about 96%. So what we're talking about is a brutal system. So what he was trying to do was to paint a picture of how brutal the system was, tell the British that they cannot escape responsibility, and explain to them what they have to do to make amends for Caribbean enslavement and native genocide. So basically that was the gist of the speech.
Yeah.
And you may say, so why go to the House of Commons? As I was saying, why not? Because they are the ones who started this thing.
That's the center of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They legislated slavery, and they invested in it. Remember that? Many mayors and MPs and aldermen and all these people, and the Duke of York was the first chair of the Royal African Company. So they were mixed up in it, and what we're saying is that we need to go to the table, sit down and negotiate, and see if we can have a common understanding about culpability and what we can do to repair Caribbean society.
But I don't know if you know it, but the richest European, there's a family by the name of Becky, and Becky used to run his business here in Jamaica. He was seen and known as the richest European, and what he got his money off was the cane plantations in Jamaica, specifically Jamaica.
The Beckfords.
Yeah, the Beckfords. Sorry, the Beckfords.
Yeah, the Beckfords. Yeah, man, the Beckfords. Yes, they're notorious. And if you go to England now and look at all the tower, the gold tower that he built, and the mansions, and if you look at Harewood House, if you look at Tarp House in Cambridge, even the present Prime Minister Cameron, his ancestors owned Grange Plantation in Jamaica.
Yes.
So this thing is not a
long time thing. Like they want to say it gone long time. When you have people who still profiting from it.
Present applications.
Yeah, people profiting from it. People still profiting from it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So they say it's too long ago for anybody to talk about it, and you can't calculate it, and who are the people? You don't have any victims. I don't know who they think we are.
I'm a victim.
You know? But if it is too long ago and blah, 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 why are they still using the money? Because many of them had an advantage over us because of the investments. And even at the time of emancipation, Muta, you know, the British said in 1833 that the enslaved people in the British Caribbean were valued 47 million British pounds, right? So the planters said, well, we want the 47 million because it's our so-called property you want to free, or the people want to free themselves. The British government used 40% of their revenue and paid the planters 20 million, which will be $76 billion in money, in pounds today. The planters said, but we want the next 27 million. The British said, well, the enslaved people, the newly freed people have to pay you that. And you know how they made the newly freed people pay that? Through apprenticeship. You know that period between 1834 and 1838. So our people paid 47 million, right? So this is not a joke thing. This reparation struggle is a just cause, and it may not only be about money. And what Professor Beckers was trying to do was to present what they call a 10-point action plan, which CARICOM has signed off on. So the next stage in this Muta is to conscientize the British. This is what, because from what we realize, the people, half of the people, more than half of the people in Britain have no clue that their government was involved in these kinds of things. So we're not only, the education is not only going on in the Caribbean, but the education is going on right across Europe. And it's a strategy that we're engaged in right now. That's why the army have to grow, and that's why so many people are needed.
All right.
So the next step is to go forward with it.
Is this the group, the reparation group, are they taking into consideration the French colonies also, or is just the European, British colonies?
No, man, everybody's in it. At last count, Muta, when I counted how many reparation national commissions there are now, let me see how many I got. I got about, it's almost 20, you know. Yeah, Barbados, Antigua, Barbuda, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Guadeloupe, Martinique, U.S. Virgin Islands, Suriname, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Bahamas, and a whole lot more. So it's a joined-up approach. And later this year, we'll talk more about the conference coming up. There's going to be a huge reparation conference where we will have experts preparing the information. The information is out there now, but you just want to collect it in one place and hear from everybody everywhere. What are their thoughts? Because they are sending a letter of demand to Europe now. That's the next stage. The Prime Ministers have decided to send a letter of demand to Europe to ask for a sit-down meeting. And 2 conferences are planned. One in the Eastern Caribbean and the other one.
Gone again. She gone again, you know. She was talking about a big conference coming up. You know, unfortunately, we're then near to the cash pad thing. So we're sorry for that still, but electronics it name. I just saw it go. We can't do something about it, but at this moment we're not a lot about it because it done gone bad already. All right, so me like I'm a producer, I go on, you know. Me like she forced to do things to me, and I go on like she not force it, you know. Me like them diplomatic forcing. You call it polite violence, according to Plado. Plado say never have a polite violence power. Well, she create a polite assertiveness for me. Violent razor. You know, we hear the government come out about this thing happening in Gaza with the Israeli, them bombing the people, them murdering the people, them, especially the children. We see that there is an international trust to boycott companies, Israel, that deal with Israel. We remember the apartheid. the apartheid boycott. Jamaica was the first country to ball out and boycott South Africa. You see, a terrible thing going on down there right now where I don't know how much boycotting can go on, but we know that through Israel control America, the Jews, them I must say, control America, it's very difficult for any side take in relationship to the overwhelming power that is being forced inside of the Gaza there, killing so much people, especially children. We don't know is what happened, but on the heels of that is the plane crashes where we hear a go on, where how much children was in the plane we go down the other day over Ukraine. Dozens of children was in that airplane that go down in a Ukraine they saw. And then we hear of a next plane we go down near Thailand. And today we hear about a next plane we go down in Africa they saw. Up in North Africa they saw. It's where I go on. What is going on? It seems as if, and then now, you know that civil war that is taking place in Syria is still at its peak, where millions of people is displaced. So we over here so look like, you know, not now go on and things are now go on and all them really, but you have parts of the world where right now is devastated. And it affects we, you know, even though it might sound far from we, but what happen over those places affect we, whether we want to accept it or not. So we have to understand that. And we really have to make an effort to understand this thing between the Palestinians and the Israeli them, because occasionally it keep popping up. It keep popping up over and over again, and nothing is resolved. Nothing is resolved.
Thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Watch it. Yes, yours truly and Sly and Robbie coming through. This is the Stepping Razor with the planet half, you know. Give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time, give thanks to the energy, give thanks to all who stay with you until this time. You understand? And, you know, so we're there next week again, yes, from 10 to 2 on the cutting edge in the night, and they will come forward from 2 to 5:45 with the Stepping Razor, the art of war. So, as we are saying, we want to heal up all the people them in the foreign part. So we just mention Baltimore, we just mention Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., surrounding areas. I-Octane, yes. I-Octane is in Philadelphia this weekend. Also Third World. Also yours truly. So, all the people in the area who feel say, ask if are true, tell them yes. Okay, so we are going to that truth right now. And as we are saying, we give thanks. So you stay with me till them hours, yeah.
My Highland town salute.